back to Sister Pew Garage, and today I'm working on my little Nissan Hardbody, and I am changing out the bushings on the leaf springs, the rear leaf springs. I've already done the driver's side, so I made sure I had everything I needed for the passenger side here, and that I could tell you any of the trials that it put me through. I tell you what, this project is not for the yeah, you're gonna sweat. Yep, you are. You're gonna need a few things: jack stand, a jack, some wood, a piece of 2x4, and maybe some stuff like that, so you can get some spacing right as you're putting things back together or taking things apart. You're gonna need a press, or a clamp, I should say. You're gonna need a clamp, and you'll see it here. I'm gonna go through it. I'm using a ball joint service kit. Clamp. You'll see it here when I do the rear side of the leaf springs. I'm going to start with the front side here in just a second. But this is the kit I bought, right? So yeah, they're energy suspension performance polyurethane components. So there you go. Yeah, improved handling, increased durability, restored performance, and better than new. That's what they say. So bam. Now, for the Nissan Hardbody, or D21, whatever you want to call it, you'll get 3 sets. Well, you'll get 2 sets of 3 sets. And so, let me grab them here. These are what you get. So, there is a, if I get some light here, 90, there's a 22, I think it's 91, 92, and 93. So, 91 goes in the back. Oh, I'm sorry, goes in the front side, and then the 92 and 93 go on the back side. Yeah, with the 92 being the top on the back, and the 91, yeah, being the bottom, which has the little pin there. So, anyhow, you can see how new and nice these look. Let me show you the ones from the other side. So here is the one that had the pin on it, and yeah, that thing was wore out. I mean, just look at that. Yeah, it was gone. And the bad thing is you got to push this bushing out. That is the hard thing. And I found there's a socket that fits just right. I had an old socket, and that's what we pushed through to knock this thing out. So, yeah. Anyhow, I've seen people in other videos I watched before I did this, and they'll cut it out and they'll chisel at it out or whatever. And I have a couple buddies that have had Nissan trucks that they've worked on. One, just did this, and that's what he said. He was like, I used a socket. I was like, And I was like, I have some old sockets, let's try one. And it worked. It worked pretty well. So you'll see that here. Anyhow, here's the rest of the bushings. You can just see that they were just eating up. Yeah, I mean, just horrible. So, but this truck has 167,000 miles on it, and I don't know if every owner of it took care of it. So, yep. Anyhow, let me get myself situated here, and we're gonna get started. I have another camera right here. This is all set up to look down below as we're going through stuff. So, and I'll try to tell you what I'm doing as I do it, and fast forward through the ratcheting and chiseling out and knocking out the old ones and stuff like that. So, all right, here we go. All right, here we go. On the front side of the, or towards the front of your leaf springs here is a single one right here, and this one isn't really all that hard to get apart. But the bad thing is the leaf spring is in between 2 pieces right there, and I could lift the car up more, but I decided not to on the other side. And so to get that leaf spring to drop down a little bit further, because I already have it on the jack stands, as you can see. So what I ended up doing was I used a pry bar and put some wood underneath there to get it down here so I could get the old bushings out. So let's just get going on it, and I'll probably fast forward through this whole process until I get to a point where I can talk. So. Alrighty, there we go. So there's the old ones. They're pretty wore out. They don't look quite as wore out as the other side, but you can see they're wore right through on the edge on the top there. So I am not buffing these out so much as I just am using sandpaper and just kind of going in there and giving them a nice 1-2, you know what I mean? All right. So some people might go up there and clean them out even better, but for me, that's gonna be good enough. Alrighty, so now I gotta get this. This will come with those polyurethane spacers, because you gotta put some nice little grease on there. So make sure you have a rag. I gotta remember where I put them. Oh, there they are. Alrighty, so for these, I just use my finger and I put it along the outside here, like so. Like that. Get a little bit of there on the inside. I'll put some on the pin. Alright, and then you're probably not going to be able to push these in by hand. You're probably going to have to clamp them, which is what I had to do. But I'm going to get the other one started. Alrighty. This is a heavy clamp, so on this part, you know, if you have a lighter clamp, you might use it. And I just put a socket on the end of this thing to give it a little bit more surface, like so. All right. I don't know if you can see all this, so. Okay, and now this piece here, I do the same thing. I'm just gonna sand it down. I mean, it's got some rough spots on it because, you know, it was doing metal to metal for a while, but you know what? I'm not too worried about it. Some spots on there. Chip them off there. Yep, all right. Got another spot right there. There we go. All right. All right. I'm gonna put a little bit of this grease on it. More worried about the top because as it goes in, it's going to push it back. So, but we'll coat the whole thing a little bit, but most of it's over at the top. There we go. All right, so now we got to get this thing back up in there. So, we are there we go. Okay. Looks like it's a tight fit. Alright. Alrighty. So we got some slack. The other side there is all kind of loose and stuff, so we're probably going to have to do a little bit of beating to get it in. Here we go. Here we go. Whew, all right. Well, this one's done. Yeah, I had to jack it up a little bit to get it in there. So this thing had wore out so bad. Let's see if I can get you in here to see it. You can see right here, Look at that. That's how off it was. It was wobbling up and down in there. And that's probably what was generating a lot of the noise I was dealing with too. So with this little project truck, stuff like that. So, yep. But it's looking good now. So we got the new ones in there. We're going to do the backside now. Let me move over to it. All right. Hopefully I've got the camera so you can see it and I'm not in the way too much. But you can see right here, I mean, we already have stuff, you know, yeah, coming out and stuff like that. Yeah, these sides, it was bad. The other side was really bad, and this side's looking pretty much the same. So here we go. Yeah. I had to use a breaker bar on the other side for these. Oh, wait. I'll be doing that. So, there you go. All right. Each side is definitely giving me its own little battle. Well, I guess I'll get those when I get it off. All right, wow, yeah. Look at this camera over here so you can see how bad these are. Look at those, holy cow. That is bad. All right. Whew. All right, my GoPro died, so I took a little break and got another battery, and here we go. We're back here, so let's get these off, or this I might have to get the little one out here. Let's do the little one. There we go. Alrighty. Yep, yeah, that's a little gummed up there, but this one should be the easy one to get the pieces out of. Yep. Yep, that's gonna need to be sanded out and cleaned out. Whew, look at all that. All right, this one, that's the hard one. So here we go. We're gonna use this socket and we're gonna press it through like that. It's not that easy, but it's doable. There we go. We gotta get it started, and then we'll make adjustments as we go. It'll be a process, but we'll get her. Well. I'm gonna go with these like one. Well, what you want to do is not what I do. So, I'm going to but it doesn't work. Holy cow. No, holy cow. It was used for it. No, let's go. Well, I'll have to find a different way for this one. Holy cow. Well, I am done messing around with it, so we're gonna go medieval on this thing if we can. All right. That's how it is. Oh man, I have this piece. Man. All right. Give me some milk. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Holy cow! Thing is in there. Well, look at it. You have to go back there. There we go. Okay. Oh, where am I? Oh, cow. Oh, yeah. Here's right first. Stop it. Callum, I'm not supposed to, but okay. I'm not so. Wow. Holy cow, man. There it is. Hey, yeah, I like that. Holy cow. Hey. Oh, there we go. Well, there's a piece of it. Look at that. I should be able to distort it enough to get it off of there, you would think. What? Hey, man. Oh, there you go. Oh, hey, man. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at all that rust. Holy cow. Woo! Well, if it's not that bad, then you should be all right. But man, that was bad. All right. Moving on. Let's see if I can get the light here in a good spot. Of course not, because it doesn't want to do anything. Nothing. All right, here we go. All right, I got them about as good as I care to get them. I gotta sand off this piece though. I gotta get, oh, that one came off, so there we go. All right, and we'll just clean these up a little bit. A couple bad spots. Looks like where it kind of wore through and went metal to metal, so. All right. Yep. So, all right, grease here. We're gonna do, I think. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Get on there good. Get inside good. Get on me. All right. All right. Oh, ooh, my God. All right. Oh, yeah, at least we'll put the grease on both of these. All right, there we go. Well, I finished it up there, but I didn't know my other GoPro died. Man, it went through 2 whole batteries in that process, but oh well. Anyhow, I'm not sure where it died. I heard a beep while I was in the middle of clamping the the double, I don't know what you call it, the horseshoe on. I just put it in. Basically what I did was I put the other cover, the cover that gets bolted to it, and then just used a clamp to squeeze them together. Put the bolts on, there you go. Lowered the truck down, everything looks good. So looking forward to giving it a test spin and see how much better it rides. So, yep. You know, it would, you know, going around corners, you know, stuff that would tweak it a little bit. Man, it just was all over the place. I mean, just making all kinds of noise and stuff. And so, as you saw in the video, I mean, those things were wore out. And I tell you what, though, having to cut that that one bushing out, that is crazy. Yeah, the other one, man, I just, like I said, I did the socket thing, and it just, I mean, it just like the first try, it was just like pushed it right on out. So that one, man, had to cut a whole section out, and that, you know, took away enough tension that I was able to yeah, use that chisel to get it out. But man, that was crazy. Anyhow, so there you go. This is what it is right there. Bam, that's what I ordered. Energy, let's see here, Energy Suspension is the brand. So I got it on Amazon. But yeah, performance polyurethane components. There you go. Anyhow, I'll put in the description, I'll put a comment on how well it rides, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna ride pretty good. So, all right, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you got anything to say, please put a comment down in the comment section. Don't forget, you can check out my other channel, different genre. It's also under Citizen Pew. Yeah, other than that, I appreciate you watching, and y'all have a good day.